Alright. I think we're gonna start here. Which I believe is the end of the demo. Interesting that they allow me to save my game here. Very, very interesting. Alright, now I can say, let's play the game. For post-demo-ness.
His diplomatic visit as Lord of the House complete, Serenoa returns to the Wolffort domain. Safely within Glenbrook, Roland and Huette retire to Whitehome in the Crown City. Alas, there is no time for rest in House Wolffort, as Serenoa soon finds himself swept up in preparations for his wedding to Frederica. Dragan, meanwhile, presides over the blasting of a new tunnel at the Grand Norzellian mines.
Might have to mess around with the settings. I didn't think... It probably didn't import my settings. That makes a lot of sense. Not that I got much opportunity to do so.
That should be the end of that bothersome bedrock. Investigate it at once.
What's that guy doing? I wonder if that wasn't... I wonder if,
What in the name of iron?
What is it? Do we require more explosives?
No, Lord Dragan. You best come see for yourself.
What the? It couldn't be.
oh no. Some mysterious thing.
That settles the wedding program, then. We still must decide upon the wedding dress, however.
Not we, Benedict. Surely the lady herself must decide. What do you desire, Frederica?
Well,
Hadn't you mentioned wanting to dress in the Rosellan custom for the ceremony?
Then you'd best ask the Roselle about that. There's a Rosellan village here in the domain. I'm sure they'd make you a dress if you asked.
but what of the other nations in attendance? Surely Hyzant would not look kindly upon it. Lord Simon, is it true that you assisted the Roselle who fled Hyzant during the war, and that you then granted them asylum here?
Aye, that is how the Roselle came to live within our domain.
It was a source of great tension, but in the end, Lord Simon's perseverance prevailed, and a group of Roselle found new homes here. To this day, the Holy State demands they be returned to Hyzant, citing their goddess's teachings as justification.
The roots of the conflict run deep. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect those who we have sworn to take under our wing. Should you choose to dress in the Rosellan custom, we shall stand behind you every step of the way.
Is that so? Then... I see not how I could refuse such a kindness.
I shall accompany you to the village. To tell the truth, I have never been there myself. It would be a good opportunity to get to know them, to strengthen our bonds.
As is your duty, my son.
Rosellan custom it is, then. Let us depart at once to make the request.
Aye, all of us. Ooh, I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Ah, No? My settings did import over. It's just quiet. Again. I'm turning that off because sometimes that happens and it busts me up. Make sure there's nothing crazy going on anywhere. This is a village, man.
Greetings and welcome, Lord Serenoa and Lady Frederica.
Place look busted up.
My name is Jerome. I bid you welcome on behalf of the Roselle. And congratulations on your engagement, as well as assuming lordship of your house.
You have my gratitude. We hope you will continue to lend your support to House Wolford.
You have my word. I owe your Lord Father a great debt. Though, even were that not the case, you are engaged to one of our own in Lady Frederica. Few things could bring us more joy. We shall make the finest dress you have ever seen.
How you know that?
On that subject, I have one humble request. I would like to incorporate this pendant into the design.
The pendant you're never without.
'Tis one of a kind, left to me by my late mother. She was one of the Rosellan refugees who fled Hyzant during the war and found her way to Aesfrost. In a twist of fate, she fell in love with the former Archduke, and thus was I born. In secret, of course. After I was born, she was sent back to Hyzant, where she met her end.
I see why it never leaves you. Pray fashion the dress in this pendant's image.
It shall be done, my lord. Let us delay no further. Lady Frederica, please step inside, that we may take your measurements.
Thank you kindly.
The measurements may take some time, Lord Serenoa. Perhaps you'd care to take a stroll and see the village while you wait.
I'd very much like that. Thank you.
Man, y'all need to help these people out, man. They're living over here in poverty. Perhaps I'll have a look around the village to get to know its people while they're taking her measurements. Your hair certainly does make you stand out, my lord. We don't get many visitors to our fair village. Lord. Dude's sneaking over there. We'll talk to that guy. Oh, I talked to you. Sorry. Ah. Aha. I found you. I pray today's hunt goes well. I'd love to fetch a fine pelt for House Wolford. Oh, we can walk up just over there too. Can I change the camera? Oh. My convictions have strengthened by climbing this ladder. We must be strong and vigilant if we are to maintain the peace that we have enjoyed on these lands. Do we see any sparklies? Y'all got any sparklies around here? Aha! We'd have sparkly. We've made our home here in the valley in the hopes that we'd not be discovered. Use the lay of the land to our advantage. Like. Sure. Like. I wonder, are the... No. Oh, gato. Okay. I just... the talk? Didn't feel like I was close enough to talk to this person, but maybe it was. Though we may be under House Wolford's protection, we dare not leave the village. The goddess's faithful will haul us straight back to the source if they catch sight of us. Lord Simon offered us his protection without a word of our origins or our troubled history. His generosity is boundless, and I fear we shall never repay it. Instead, I simply pray that our village remains protected. I bear great responsibility to these people. It falls to me to keep their land free from harm, no matter what the cost. Ooh, look at all these sparklers. The money. The Roselle share a portion of the forest bounty with House Wolford each year, as thanks for their safekeeping. Their quality pelts and fresh fruit make for a significant portion of House Wolford's capital. I am eternally grateful to House Wolford. We should not be alive today if not for your protection. As a steward of this village, I pray we can work together to ensure a lasting peace. I couldn't believe my eyes when the Roselle arrived in the, apparently that's pronounced domain, during the Salt Iron War. I'd never seen anyone so downtrodden. Moves me to my core to see them thriving in peace times after all they went through. Now we just gotta keep them safe. Yeah, thriving. I regret to say this is my first time visiting the Rosellen village. I'm happy to see that they flourished under Lord Simon's protection these last 30 years. Well, I mean, you just got here. You mean you regret to say? Now, we came to this land in the midst of the Salt Iron War, desperate to escape Hyzant's extraordinary cruelty. Your father then granted us asylum in our hour of need, shielding us from further harm. And I intend to honor that. Let us work together and make this land a prosperous one for your people. Cannot thank you enough for those kind words. May they be a beacon of hope for the generations to come. We will do all in our power to make it so. Father granted the Roselle asylum on our lands. Though they once hailed from Hyzant, they are now as much a part of Wolford domain as anyone else. Is this a ladder? Is a ladder. Is a ladder too. I don't know if like climbing ladders means anything. Did I talk to this person? We play together almost every day. Today we're climbing the ladder to the roof and playing lookouts. There should have been something right here. No fun staying in the village all the time. I want to go and play somewhere else. But Mother gets mad at me if I go too far. But there's plenty of fun to be had here. I'm sure your mother would be pleased if you took up hunting or fishing. I've always wanted to go hunting. Then you should try it. Ask your father or one of the other elders to take you. I'm sure you'll do your mother proud. Yeah. She won't know what to do with all the meat I'm going to bring home. Right, I think ready to go. I'll just be a bit longer taking Lady Frederica's measurements. Please have a look around the village in the meanwhile. I don't see any other stuff. houses to coincide, so I think that is everything. Yeah, there's no entrances back here. There. Or over there. Okay, conclude exploration. Surely they'll have finished taking your measurements by now. Surely. Meanwhile...
Do you understand just how dangerous it is for a young prince to go gallivanting off on a whim?
Punish me if you will. But if I hadn't gone gallivanting, I never would have learned the state of things outside our own kingdom.
Oh? Well, if you are so interested in international affairs, then I have a fitting role for you to play. You will oversee the Grand Norzellian mines.
Father, it would be a privilege.
I fear that punishment would provoke no reflection, and so I would rather put your energies to work for the kingdom.
I shan't let you down, Father.
I am not blind to your feelings, my son. I understand that my methods vex you. Nevertheless, I ask that you stay out of harm's way, and give me no reason to worry.
Of course.
Mining is grueling, thankless work. Show the miners the appreciation they deserve.
I shall. You have my word.
The necessary provisions have been arranged, Your Highness. You are to deliver them to Dragan.
Father, may I bring Lord Wolfort? It is his job to oversee the operation after all. And his closeness with Dragan may engender goodwill.
I know you trust him a great deal, Roland. But I would remind you that his betrothal now binds him to Esfrost. You would do well to be wary of any move he or his house might make.
So you share Franny's views on the matter. Nevertheless, Serenoa is a friend I could never hope to replace. A friend I trust no matter your opinion of him.
Concerning words, Your Highness, House Wolfort must be subject to the same scrutiny as any other.
Roland.
And the way that conversation was going, it sounded like Regno was sending his son to mine the mines.
Bring these tidings to Gustadolf at once. Is that everyone? Good. I have important news for all of you. What you see before you is to be seized by the Duchy of Esfrost. You shall not speak of this beyond those in present company. Any who do will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
But, Lord Dragan, are not the resources we mine destined to be shared among nations?
This matter is not up for debate. A discovery of this magnitude could reshape all of Norzellia. And so I ask this of you. Stand with me, as I lead this great realm into a new era.
You risk much giving us these orders. I shall do exactly as you say.
I thank you. I have already sent the Archduke a letter informing him of our find. When I am appointed Prime Minister, I promise to reward you all handsomely for delivering me such a boon.
You are to be Prime Minister?
Or Ambassador to Glenbrook, perhaps. Time will tell. Either way, with this I shall make my mark. And do what neither Father nor Gustadolf ever could.
What you up to, dog?
What news from Dragan, dear brother?
I never dreamt our hypothesis would prove true.
So you take him at his word?
I have no choice.
The spy I sent to shadow him corroborates his report.
And? What are his demands?
He wishes to be named Prime Minister in exchange for secreting it away to Esfrost. Negotiations with Glenbrook are in the offing, should I refuse.
So he means to threaten you?
He is stronger than I believed him to be. Certainly what he has uncovered is worth the price he asks. What would you do, were you me?
Keep the secret safe, naturally. Did you not send a spy for this very reason? Surely expected this would happen.
I did, and they have been issued emergency orders.
Then leave the rest to me. I shall depart at once.
How fortunate I am to have a brother who knows me so well. Ah, Dragan, you will rue the day you dared place Glenbrook beside me on the scales of your feeble judgment. I hand down the orders. Yield or be crushed beneath my heel.
Dragan don't know who he's dealing with. You done goofed. How did you know we were at the Rosellen village? Buttons. Playing 3 different consoles with... well, not 3 different consoles. Playing many different consoles with many different button layouts on the controllers can certainly get a little crazy. Yeah. I wonder if I can turn off the screen going black. Let me check my settings.
The dress measurements are finished at last. I applaud your patience.
Is it exactly as you hoped?
It is indeed. I can hardly wait to see it finished.
I am glad to hear it.
There you are.
Prince Roland. And Huette besides. What brings you here?
We were looking for you.
We inquired around Castle Wolfort and heard you all had come here.
Has something happened?
Father has asked me to keep watch over the mines. Won't you join me?
You scarcely need ask, of course.
A wise course of action, seeing as you will be overseeing the mining operations.
And we can present Dragan with the gifts we procured abroad.
A fine opportunity to get to know the man better. He is quite talented, is he not?
He is a man with grand visions for the future, that much is certain. I shall tell you more of him along the way.
Then let us waste not one moment more. To the mines.
I'll have the dress ready in time for the ceremony, my lord.
You have my thanks, Jerome.
Thanks, Jerome.
Serenoa and Frederica journey to the Rosellen village so she may be fitted for her wedding gown. The young lord gains an unexpected moment of quietude while he waits. However, Roland soon arrives with orders from King Regna to inspect the Grand Norzellian mines, where Dragan has made great progress.
Stuff like that always bugs me. Like we just saw that. You don't have to repeat it to us. All you did was repeat to us what we already knew that we learned like literally 2 minutes ago. Maybe even less than 2 minutes ago. Let's save again. Yeah, maybe Mark.
How will Gustadolf respond to my offer? I should think there's but one logical answer. Should he refuse for some reason, I will need Father's aid. I must apprise him of the situation.
Lord Dragan, Prince Roland is here from the Crown City.
What's this? Prince Roland and my friends of House Wolfort. To what do I owe the honor?
Apologies for the sudden nature of our visit, Dragan. I have come on Father's orders to offer our sincere gratitude, as well as to observe the mining operation.
Splendid! The miners will no doubt be heartened by your Highness's presence.
Does the mining continue apace?
Indeed it does. There are no problems to report. And what of your trip abroad, Lord Serenoa?
It was most enlightening indeed. We even brought something for you. I do hope it's to your liking.
A portrait of the goddess herself, drawn with... Is this dyed salt?
It is. I understand they are used as talismans in Hyzant.
This gift would fetch unfathomable value in the duchy. I cannot thank you enough.
It is enough to see you happy.
I am glad our deliberations were not in vain.
Dragan, I believe it was you who said the future is in the hands of the Ardent Youth. We are of like mind. Let us shape the future together.
Indeed, that future is close at hand. I suspect we will reach across the border and ask for your cooperation in due course.
And I shall gladly assent.
Yes, we eagerly await your offer. Now then, I was thinking I might examine the quarry.
Wait, Your Highness! One of the tunnels caved in but a few days ago. I would advise against entering just now.
Did you not assure us moments ago that the mining continues apace?
The miners are working to repair the damage as we speak. It is simply too soon to allow you inside.
Was it caused by a blast?
It was, in fact. We were perhaps a bit overzealous in attempting to remove some of the bedrock.
I'd no idea your explosives were so powerful. How do you make them anyway?
I would love to tell you, Your Highness, but I'm afraid we must keep some of our secrets. What I can say is that salt is a vital ingredient.
Surely you jest.
I thought you'd be surprised. I could scarcely believe it myself at first. A gargantuan tome in the archives opened my eyes to the many uses for salt, beyond seasoning our daily dishes. And now I pass what I've learned to you, Lord Serenoa, as a token of my gratitude for your visit.
The power of salt.
'Tis a compendium of my research on the uses of salt. I encourage you to peruse it at your leisure.
I most certainly shall. 'Tis a most valuable gift.
Fascinating indeed. I too would like to read it when you are through, my lord.
I look forward to hearing your impressions.
At any rate, I see the sun hangs low. Shall we save a tour of the mine for the morrow?
Yes, perhaps that would be best.
Yes, of course. I shall prepare entertainment and lodgings for your party at once.
Hooray. Mines appear to be operating apace. Perhaps I'll survey the operation more closely until my bedding is ready. Alright, I see 2 sparklies right now. I've come to deliver lunch to my husband and his fellow miners. They eat like horses, and yet I still manage to make too much. As Frost is hard at work building a rail car that will transport ore we take from the mines. Can you imagine how much more efficient that will make the process? I never expected Prince Roland and the House of Lord Wolfort himself would grace us with their presence. 'Tis truly an honor. I thank you for making the journey. Lord Dragan's father, Minister Svarog, is a capable man as the Archduke himself. By all rights, He should be the nation's prime minister, and yet he's performing glorified border duty in the middle of nowhere. Can't imagine he's happy about it. Svarog, that's Frederica's uncle. If Minister Svarog is indeed as capable as this miner would have me believe, how did he end up steward of Twinsgate? A good question. It gladdens me to see a healthy contingent of miners from the duchy alongside your brethren from Glenbrook. I was right to come with you. I do believe we succeeded in lowering Dragan's guard. We'll be sending the iron we mine here to the consortium. They'll want to account for it all, as they do with salt and all else. The mine here is under the jurisdiction of Claris. Never met a thing he couldn't sell, that one. Ooh, the Sankofu is Claris. Must have been a hard journey to get here. The roads to the mine aren't exactly well worn. Watch your step as you return home, my lord. Are you threatening me? Despite the explosives collapsing one of the tunnels, mining appears to be on schedule. Running a mine, let alone one owned by 3 nations, is no easy task. The lack of unrest is a credit to Lord Dragan's leadership. To that end, indulge me with a hypothetical. Suppose you led this operation and an incident occurred. How would you respond? I would hear the problems firsthand from the miners themselves. Issuing orders blindly from above leads to chaos. Meet the problem where it lives and deal with it directly. You've got a good head on your shoulders and an admirable desire to lead. However, you do not operate in isolation. Hyzant and Esfrost will see it as their duty to participate in the mediation process. So it will be up to us to deftly navigate those waters. I shall bear that in mind. Yeah, bear it in mind. We're paid for the iron we mine, so I had better break off a big chunk of ore, or better yet, find a rich vein. It's hard labor mining. I tell ye, I don't see a man here I wouldn't want for my own army if it came to it. I've been teaching the others what I gleaned from all that reading I did in the archives. We'll master the Esfrosty techniques, my lord. There's no shortage of practice down in the mines. That just me talking to him? Yeah, we'll talk to him. The future is what we make of it, Lord Serenoa. May the partnership with your house prove long and fruitful. As I see it, the mines are merely the beginning. We have much work to do, and I pray I can count on your assistance going forward. I was like, was there a sparkly right there? No. Apparently I just dropped down. Mining schedule. Guess this does beg the question, should I be checking this? Oh wow, this actually has pages to it. There's actually stuff. The Day X. Started the construction. Dig successful. Started trial dig. Geological survey complete. The likelihood of good ore. Encountered bedrock harder than anticipated. Used explosives. Grand Noise Alien Mines commemoration ceremony. Doesn't mention a whatchamacallit. A whatchamacallit. I was reading welcome, and and I said whatchamacallit. Path traveled. The screen will allow you to view a summary of these stories so far. So they basically tell you what decisions you've made so far, I guess? Can I talk to you? I understand a few fights broke out between the miners of Esfrost and Glenbrook at first, but such is bound to happen when two nations come together. Thankfully, they've learned to communicate, and now everything is progressing apace. I want to talk about this schedule I found. Mine itself is larger than I imagined. I believe my hawk could fly cleanly through its tunnels. Vanguard Scarf. Only miners past this point, sir. We're clearing rubble from a collapsed tunnel. The rest of it may be unstable as a result. We cannot risk letting anyone through. Bugger, I'm in charge here. I go where I won't. Alright, that appears to be Erdthang. I think I'm good to stop exploring. Everything appears in order, as I expected. Perhaps my bedding is ready by now. Right, well, now we're definitely going to save. Mark again.
No word from below, you say? They haven't tried to flee, have they?
No, sir. I've not seen a single soul emerge from the mine.
Very well then. I shall make contact with them myself.
Was that? It came from within. What is the meaning of this? Esfrost's soldiers. Why are they at the mines? No. Did he see through my plot?
Clear the mine. Leave no survivors.
So this is how they respond. Those dogs!
I got soldiers here pretty quick.